After you hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well as stay tuned at the end of the video for the question of the day. See ya! What's going on, my fellow fuzzbutts? ZabuTheSergal here, and I'm coming back with another video just to educate my people. And of course, we got Queen Babylon here on the channel, and today we're just gonna give you guys just a little bit of feedback on our experience at FWA this year. Oh man, and I do have to say that
too late.
Yeah, it is, just a little bit on the late side, but there's been, some stuff with me starting a new job and all that stuff that's kind of put me back just a little bit, but luckily I do still have my weekends to get my recordings out of the way. So there's that. Okay, so rewinding back to good old FWA. I will say that FWA is a con that I had a extreme amount of fun at.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time that we've ever stayed like at a con entirely from start to finish. Because usually we'll get to the con on Friday, sometimes Saturday, and so on and so forth. But this year at FWA, we got there Thursday night at like, what was it, like after midnight or something?
It was like 12:30.
Yeah, so pretty much we got there Thursday night and we stayed all the way until Sunday night. And if you're going to a convention and you have the opportunity to stay for that long, then please, please, please do it. Because that way you have enough time to, go out and romp at the con, and you also have enough time to, rest in your hotel room without missing anything.
Right.
Because you're gonna be there for 5 days.
I mean, at first it seemed like things, not the con itself, like before the con, all that, was gonna, things were kind of going a little south. Token's plane, who we stayed with, her plane got delayed and she was freaking out. We drove through a hailstorm at night.
Oh my god, it was just terrible. But yeah, it was kind of taking a little bit of a sour turn going into the con, but once we all finally got there and we all meet up, and of course we weren't rooming with Token. You might have seen her North suit romping around, yeah. And her boyfriend Trey. You
like to call him Trevor.
Trevor.
No, his name's Trent.
Yeah, Trent. Why'd you say Trey?
Did I say Trey?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it is Trent.
Trent, if you're watching this, then hey, apologies. But yeah, it was a super fun con, and I like the fact that at FWA, given the amount of people that surprisingly show up at that con, there's still a good amount of space to like navigate. Yeah. Because it's definitely not a cramped con. It's very spacious. Always welcoming for the fursuiters, because if you're fursuiting that you need all the space you can get, because crowded areas can be a very, very big problem.
Especially when you can't see. Hello.
Speaking of very, very big problems, let me tell you guys about that damn registration line.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, so, in case you guys don't know, whenever you pre-register for a con, that pretty much guarantees that you'll get in and out of the line at a timely fashion. Because typically, there is a line for the pre-registered attendees, that's the word I'm looking for,
yeah.
And then there's a line for all the at-the-door attendees. Yeah. And usually, the at-the-door attendees is infinitely times longer than the pre-reg. That's why the pre-reg line is a separate line, because you just walk up, verify your name and your ID, get your badge, move on.
I've never seen a con do this with a line, combining the two groups, and it is chaotic.
Right, and if I recall, 2 years prior to this FWA, they did have separate lines, to my knowledge.
Yeah, they did. Well, technically, it kind of still was one line, but in the room, it had the separate space for the pre-reg people to go into, and then they had computers set up against the wall for the people who didn't pre-reg to make their account and all that. But once you and I got up to the that room that it was in, we were screaming down the hall, "Pre-reg, come up!"
All right.
Because there was no one standing there, and you had a shit ton of people in line.
And then this year, there was just all the people. There's a good number of people that pre-reg this year because you were supposed to avoid that great big line. And so we're all just sitting there in the line like, did you pre-reg? Yeah, I did too. Why are we in this line? And we even went and talked to staff about it, and they told us that there was nothing that they could do. I'm like,
no,
oh yes, there is.
You can do a smart thing and have your 3, I forgot how many fingers I had, 3 lines. Your pre-reg, your at-the-door registration, and you even separated your sponsors up to God level people. So why couldn't you separate the other 2?
Right, you could have reserved just one of those computers for the pre-reg people, and it would have gotten everything done so much faster.
Yeah.
But no, they want to lump everybody together, and God, it was like hours that you're just standing in that line.
Mistake.
Taking that one step every 5 minutes. It was dreadful.
Oh, I probably messed up my fur now.
So hopefully, if, next year, when they're doing the Galactic Gunslinger thing, that they alleviate that and they bring their pre-reg and their at-the-door registration lines back.
Yeah.
That way, that whole thing can get cleared up a whole lot faster, because that was just a teensy bit of a problem.
Yeah. Well, didn't we hear people say that they were in the line for 2.5 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were in the line for about an hour, and we started right behind the elevators.
Right? So we started like in the middle of the line.
Yeah.
And it still took us forever.
Almost, 3 hours. I don't know what it took Saturday. This was, what?
It was a Friday morning.
Oh, that's right.
Because we decided that as soon as registration opened up, we go ahead and get our badges.
No. We did get it Thursday because it opened at 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, even still, we decided to go ahead and get them early. That way, there's not a lot of people. And granted, there really wasn't a lot of people in that line.
Yeah.
It's just how slow it was going because of the processes. They had everybody lumped together in this one big pool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what else happened. I mean, it was, like you said, it was a fairly good con. We actually went to panels this year.
Right. Yeah, there was the good old YouTubers panel, which that gave me a lot of incentive on some videos that I need to make, because I need to make a couple of how-to videos about getting started on YouTube. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for those, because I need to go ahead and make those videos. And then once those videos are made, I will probably try to submit my panel request for FWA. That way I can do my own rendition of a YouTuber's panel, and that way I can tell everybody, all the things that you need to do, how to upload, how to make thumbnails, and I'll have my videos as examples. That way I can actually show you guys what I'm talking about. You guys meaning the people that would attend that panel.
Yeah.
So yeah. And yeah, the other theme for next year's FWA is Galactic Gunslingers.
Pew pew.
Pew pew pew. And I was like, what does that even entail? And when you search up Galactic Gunslingers, essentially McCree from Overwatch shows up. And so I'm guessing it's just cybernetics and guns. Take that in any grain of salt that you want. So, and we're kind of, like I mentioned a couple of videos ago, we're kind of thinking of a Metroid theme. Yeah. But more on that as it develops. We might change our minds and kind of morph into something else. But yeah, more than likely, it'll probably be the whole Metroid thing for the Galactic Gunslinger. Pew pew pew.
We spent way too much money on food.
Well, given being in downtown Atlanta, you kind of don't have a choice.
Bring extra.
Unless you want to try to leave and then come back and go ahead and double up on that valet stuff.
So many hobos, though.
Right?
Don't go out after dark. So many hobos.
Remember my video, don't leave conventions at night? Yeah, that is very, very real. Heed my warning.
We kind of ignored his warning, and we went as a group to Waffle House that was like 4 blocks down.
That don't help.
Yeah.
But we were hungry and we were on a budget, so...
I intentionally didn't eat my waffle just in case a homeless person came up to us asking for food.
Just in case, because you never know. You never know.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but yeah. All in all, our FWA experience was a pretty great one, and I can't wait for us to actually start going back to more cons.
I kind of didn't like how they had the con space so sporadic around.
What do you mean?
Because, like, last year it was all on the marquee level, and then that downstairs level was the dealer's room and artist alley.
Yeah, true.
Because you had all the stuff downstairs. Like, you had the game room, the zoo, and the headless lounge. And then you had the game room on the other side, like the video games and all that. And, of course, downstairs was the dealer's room. The art gallery, which used to be somewhere else. And then upstairs, 2 levels up, is where they had the main events, the regular panel rooms, and the artist alley. It just seemed too spread out. Work on the registration line, for the love of God.
They just need to work. They just need some work.
Yeah. Work on your spacing issues.
Yeah. But like I say, other than that, you know, it's pretty good. And I will, once I get the heads up if I'll be able to go to FWA, I think I need to put in my panel request before then, though.
When they open for panel requests.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw that in there. See if I get it. If I do, I'll let you guys know. If not, whatever.
An elevator broke.
Yeah.
I don't know if we did it, like the fandom itself, or if it was the other convention that came in.
It wasn't when, well, it was when the first suitors did, because in case you didn't know, I'm pretty sure everybody noticed, whenever you're trying to get on the elevator and it's already full, people just kind of pack in there like sardines.
And you can't do that.
Because elevators have a maximum capacity, and people don't seem to understand that. They're like, well, I've been waiting for 25 minutes, so I'm getting on the next elevator. I don't care who's on it. And that's how things break.
Oh, and Saturday night they had to implement people standing at the elevators to let the first suitors on. Because people weren't following that non-spoken rule. First suitors go first.
Because we're dying in here. And they weren't wanting to compensate for that. But eventually they started to, you know, the hotel staff started to catch on with what was going on. And hopefully...
It was the con staff.
Do what?
It was con staff, not hotel staff.
Well, anyway, people caught on to it, and then hopefully moving on to next year, there's going to be some kind of system like that starting off.
There should
that
be.
way, that way, you know, the suitors get on first, like at any other fur con, and then everybody else.
Right. So yeah.
But yeah, I think that about does it for our little FWA update video vlog type thing.
Basically.
I'm
pretty sure we forgot stuff, but like I said, it's been a month.
Yeah, so yeah, it's alright. We touched up on the key elements of the con.
Yeah.
But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and close this. So, if you like this video, go ahead and scratch that like button so that I can know to post more awesome content in the future. You want to talk to me or her, have some Twitter. You want to stay updated as well as know when the next Q&A is going to be? I'll get back to that quite soon.
Are we doing the
Yeah. Have fur friendly. You want to draw fan art as ZabuTheSergal or Queen Babylon fan art is always welcome. Keep it PG-13. But as always, my name is ZabuTheSergal and I'm out of here.
Bye.
La 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 la. Question of the day. Did you personally go to FWA? Post your comments down in the dibbly below and I'll share my thoughts with you guys. Wow.